Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of testing this iPhone 6. And I know this was a couple of weeks ago that I made part 1 of this video, but I got this iPhone 6 at my local transfer station, and it said it was iCloud unlocked, but it did not power on. So it's clear that it's been water damaged before by the water indicator right there. And now we're going to try to revive this motherboard with isopropyl alcohol, and you can never mind, that's just adhesive. So basically what I'm going to do is just take out the motherboard from the frame and spray some alcohol on it, use a toothbrush to scrub at it, and you can actually see some of the corrosion on here from when it was in contact with liquid. So yeah, let's just get started on removing this motherboard. Okay, so I have successfully removed the motherboard here. And as you can see, doesn't look too bad, but does have a little bit of maybe residue, liquid residue, and corrosion. So all I need to do is just spray some isopropyl alcohol on the board, and then I can just scrub away at the PCB and the components. So the black ink thing, this stuff is getting all over my fingers. So now I need some tissues to wipe away the liquid and wipe away some of this. And if I take a closer look at it, it looks much better now. The corrosion that I could see is now gone. You can actually peel up this little sticker guy here that's holding up, that's covering up some components here. Where is it? Yes, it is. So can spray some isopropyl alcohol in there. And dry that off. So to me, everything looks fine visually. So, here we go. Let me think of what else I need to do in order to get this back up and running. Doesn't seem like I need to do more. I can take a look at the other parts of this phone. Let me tighten up some screws. They're not already tight. So, those are tight. Some loose screws here and there. So, looks like it's all the screws I can tighten up here. So, all the screws look pretty good. This housing is actually in pretty good shape. So, I think I can put the motherboard back in now, right? Should be fine. So, there we go. Can start screwing in all of the screws that we're holding in, well, that hold in the motherboard. So I have a few screws to screw in, then a few more screws to screw in, and I can test it. And I have a charging cable here that I can use to test it, although that cable does have some problems with charging sometimes. Sometimes you have to unplug it and plug it in a few times in order for it to work. So, I don't know. If it doesn't work, then I will try another charging cable, and if the phone doesn't work, still doesn't work, then it's probably something to do with damage to the motherboard. So, yeah, oops, I dropped a screw. Hopefully this phone isn't fried, because that would be a waste of a perfectly good-looking, or like of a good-looking iCloud unlocked phone. So, fingers crossed, I guess. Looks like I put in the wrong screw. Looks like I didn't. Okay. Okay, that's the right screw. Can screw in this. Then time for this little bracket here. Okay, and now I can plug in this small cable here. There we go. Got this bracket. Looks like an antenna, some sort of antenna. And Now I can finish screwing that. Okay. That little antenna there is pretty finicky because it's so small. Let me screw in that screw. So, okay, that's pretty good alignment there. Okay. Oops. That's stuck. Maybe I can use tweezers. Tweezers worked. Can get the other screw that was supposed to go in to that screw hole. That wasn't supposed to happen. That usually happens when a board is water damaged most of the time. That is not supposed to happen. I wasn't even screwing it that tight. Yeah, that is really not supposed to happen. Yeah, so that seems like that was an antenna, so it's likely that this phone can't be used as a phone anymore in the future if someone wanted to buy it or use it. So, I think what I'm going to do now is attach the screen. And you know what, that screw hole could have also come off because I didn't completely wait for this board to dry before going ahead and installing it into the frame. So, you know, I'm confident. I'm going to screw down this bracket here. So, going to screw down looks like that screw wasn't the one. So, which one is the right one? This one seems like it. So, there we go. Nope, that's still not the right screw. That's fine though. So, I'm gonna have to remove this screw and find the correct one, which I don't know which one's the correct one. That screw doesn't fit. Having a little trouble here. Oh, there's some spare screws from this iPhone 6. And the screw doesn't fit either. Well, there's a screw that's stripped here. So, what about here? That screw doesn't seem to work. that one works. That doesn't look like it'll work. Nope. Oh yeah, this one will work. No, it doesn't work. Okay. Can't seem to find any more screws to use here. There's some over here. That doesn't work. Screw doesn't even fit in the hole. It's too small. So, guess I'll have to go to this phone to get some screws, which I didn't want to do because it has a screen on it, and that means I'll have to pry the screen off, but it's fine. Oh yeah, this one has screws. Okay, give it a test. Fingers crossed that this will work. The battery's plugged in. So let me get this iPhone 6s here. Okay, so that one's booting up. This one should work. So, nothing so far. Maybe I did something wrong. I don't know, maybe it just needs to charge. Who knows, who knows. I do have the Chinese replacement screen that's here. That was with the phone when I got it. So that might work. I don't think I have any other iPhone screens except for one from an iPhone 6 that I used to use, but that iPhone, I don't know where it is. But all the other iPhone 6s I have are all the S models, so I have a very few selection. The screen on this one is permanently damaged, so yeah. So I guess I'll set a timer for 15 minutes and see if the phone has any life in it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in 15 minutes. So I've been waiting for a little longer than 15 minutes for this phone to charge. No signs of life at all. No, not even getting warm at all. Not sure what's wrong with this phone. I can try and connect this to iTunes, see if I get anything from there. Which I think I will do. Yes, I will. So I've got a nice MacBook here to use. And okay. just get some of this junk out of the way so that I can have the screen facing the camera. And okay, let's see. So I'm going to try iTunes recovery. See if that does anything. Going to open up iTunes. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. What if I try DFU mode? Absolutely nothing. Oh, I do have a battery symbol. There we go. All right. Okay, that's so good so far. So we do have a battery symbol. Right now it seems to be the older iOS version, pre-iOS 11, so that's exciting. I was literally just about to end this video, but man, it's working. So, we'll let it charge up for a bit. And we'll see. You know, let me see if it'll charge with my USB. Okay, so it is charging. It's charging. So that's pretty good. So good so far. So I guess let it charge. And yeah, we'll see if it boots up. So the phone is on, but there is no touch screen, unfortunately. It's all in Chinese, the language. Screen's having backlight issues. I think it's time to power off this phone. Open it up again and see if this phone is savable. Hopefully the screen problems are not with the screen itself. Or hopefully the screen problems aren't with the motherboard. Yeah, hopefully the motherboard isn't the problem. So let's remove all of these screws here. And get a look at those connectors and see if the screen is plugged in all the way. Screen definitely seems like it's plugged in all the way. Could be the screen itself though. From the water damage, it's probably why there is a replacement screen here that was installed on this phone, because the old screen was having problems. So, not sure what iOS version this phone is on. It's either iOS 9 or iOS 8. iOS 8 is the version that this phone originally shipped with when it was new, and Unfortunately, our touchscreen is still not working. That means I will have to, unfortunately, use the other screen that I had gotten with this phone. And the phone is booting up again. So let's just go ahead and disconnect that battery and install the other screen onto this phone. So just 2 cables needed. Okay, let's give it a shot. Seems like the backlight problem is with the phone itself. Probably from water damage. That is unfortunate. The one thing that I really want to get working is the touch screen, because that is pretty important. So, because without a touch screen, you can't even use the phone at all. So, oh no. There's no passcode on this phone either. No touchscreen. What a bummer. Man. Phone is okay. Phone makes a charging sound. Okay. Maybe the connector is just loose or something. Like maybe there's something wrong with the connector itself. Oh, and I think I might see a problem. Let me get a closer look here. I might see a problem. Okay, looks like the connectors may have been a little bit dirty. I don't know. I'll have to see. Let's plug in the charger. So backlight seems better, not perfect. Oh yeah, and it's back to how it was before. So, and you guys can't see this well at all. This chair. I gotta get the touchscreen to work at least. Because if this touchscreen doesn't work, then the whole phone is just like gone. No touchscreen. I don't even know what iOS version this phone is on. Could be anything. This is bad. This is really bad. It's getting really hot too. Okay, so oh. Gotta disconnect the battery again. What if it's just the battery? What if it's just a battery? I need to go get an iPhone 6 battery. I'll be right back. So I've got my old iPhone 6 here. It's time to get the battery out of it. The battery in this is basically brand new. So, oops, there should be no problems. I just have to remove the adhesive on it. Man, I need a pry tool. Okay. Come on. Yeah, basically brand new battery in here. So let's just get to unscrewing everything. This motherboard, the motherboard in this phone has a defect. The NAND flash chip gets loose every once in a while and prevents the phone from booting up. So, to be honest, this was a phone that I used to daily drive. So when it died the first time, I had already upgraded to the phone I currently have, but I was concerned about anything that I might not have backed up from this phone. But once I restored it the first time, I confirmed to myself that I had already backed everything up. So it doesn't really matter to me now if I break the phone. Although it is on iOS 9, so it is a little bit of a more rare phone, you could say. Battery tab ripped. So these battery tabs are quite annoying. Okay, come on. I just need breaking. The battery tab's breaking. It keeps breaking. They're too thin. Okay, come on, it's almost out. Okay, it's out. No, I need to take out the other battery tab. Okay. You know what, I'll be right back once I get this battery out. Okay, I've finally gotten that battery out. It's time to test it. It's also using the screen from this iPhone to test it, and should be able to boot up just on its own. Oh, the battery disconnected. Okay. Here we go. Connected. So, Fingers crossed that the battery will actually help. It worked on an iPhone 6 Plus that I had. The battery was causing touchscreen problems, so hopefully it was the same case on this one, this iPhone. The battery keeps disconnecting. Okay, I think I got it this time. So far, the screen looks like it's not having any problems. No backlight problems, looks nice and bright. Let's hope that the touchscreen is also going to be fixed. Come on, no touchscreen, no touchscreen. So, what I have here is an iCloud unlocked phone with broken touchscreen. That's basically what I have. And the backlight is broken again. Man, so unfortunate. I don't know how to fix it. Micro soldering? Or is it just a loose connector somewhere? I don't know. But for now, this phone is just stuck like this. I don't know what to do. I mean, there is a tiny bit of corrosion. If I just sprayed a tiny bit of alcohol on there and used a toothbrush to scrub at some of the connectors, gonna scrub the connectors on the screen. I'm just gonna attach it. I really want this phone to work. So okay. Screen is on. And to be honest, given the time that it takes for this phone to boot up, I'm pretty sure this is just iOS 9. I feel like iOS 8 would have been just a tiny bit faster. But I don't see any defects on the screen so far. Oh, I see some backlight. I see, you guys can't see it, but I can see it. The backlight is flickering a little bit. No touchscreen. And there goes the backlight. Oh no. There goes the touchscreen. Yep, that's the touchscreen. So, I think that's going to be the end of this video because I can't do any more as of now. But, so, we were able to successfully revive the phone, but also found out that the phone is broken and unusable in another way, that the touchscreen and backlight are fried, basically. Backlight is not doing too well. Maybe some voltage inconsistency, but can't do any more, unfortunately. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.